So the Rams clearly thought Odell was healthier. In their last game, Odell was kind of limited a bit. In this game, he plays almost every snap alongside Cooper Kupp, alongside Van Jefferson.
Odell Beckham looks great. I saw Brian Baldinger who does great like little cut ups. He's like, Odell Beckham is all the way back.
Yeah.
And I mean, he looks awesome out there all of a sudden, and he really hadn't looked like this for 3-4 years, including with that at the end of his Giants tenure and with the Browns. And I mean, he looks great, and he's jumped into a massive role.
And Taysom didn't look great, but he did save his day. And that's kind of like, you could say, oh, he got lucky. That's how Taysom does it, man. Like, when you can break off huge runs, like that's just how he does it.
Yeah, and Taysom Hill, I mean, I just, I've been like a skeptic. I mean, I bend the knee to you. You are correct about Taysom Hill. Especially, I mean, if they're gonna keep smashing as a runner, like he's gonna be unstoppable. George Kittle is just an absolute monster. I mean, just a freaking monster, man. Actually, I think that it was in second, like in overtime, in the tournament, and a dude with Kittle caught me. Because, I mean, Kittle was just unstoppable. Where did he have, like 142 yards?
Yeah. He had like 45 DraftKings points again. Yeah. Or 40 DraftKings points again. Yeah.
Over his last 2 games, 22 catches, 332 yards, 3 touchdowns. Also killing as a blocker. Like on the Deebo Samuel touchdown, it was like created by George Kittle.
So clearly the best tight end in the NFL. Maybe like pass catching, maybe, but like all around, like undoubtedly the best tight end in the NFL. He's so absurd. You need to take a Rashaad Penny victory lap. I didn't listen to you. Daigle didn't listen to you. Dink didn't listen to you. Nobody listened to you. You were on Rashaad Penny Island and it hit. So go ahead and take the Rashaad Penny victory lap and anything else on Seattle.
Well, I wound up giving Daigle so much shit about it that apparently he wound up playing Rashaad Penny on FanDuel over Jeff Wilson, which is hilarious. But Penny looked great, man. Well, I thought he looked pretty good the game before. And then, Homer was out and it was just him, Alex Collins, and DJ Dallas. And you remember we talked about it on Sunday morning. I thought that they had sort of like moved on from Alex Collins. Mm-hmm. And DJ Dallas, they really view him as a niche back. And then, I mean, Penny, he had some nice holes. They opened some nice holes for him, but he's got some speed. He's a big back with speed when he's healthy. And
he's a former first-round pick, and Alex Collins is like a dust ball. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, he also was an amazing kickoff returner at San Diego State. I mean, he like was a legit talent coming out of college. It's just he's been hurt the entire time.
On Rashaad Penny, I just one more thing. It's exciting. He had a great game. He still only out-carried Alex Collins 16-7. And that was against the Texans. Now, you're going to have efficiency and play volume concerns here as they play the Rams in LA on Sunday. So I don't want to go overboard on Penny, but it was a great spot that Evan found. Obviously against Houston makes a huge difference. 2% owned was Rashaad Penny on DraftKings Sunday. So I know I do all the DK Metcalf jokes and people love him and it's funny. I like doing the DK Metcalf jokes, but honestly, he was close to a huge game here, man. Like he actually had, I think he might have gotten a touchdown called back by penalty. He also had another one where he like barely missed it. So, I'm not giving up on DK Metcalf, but I did play him over Tyler Lockett on a team this week. Feels really bad.
Yeah, you mentioned that DK Metcalf had those, all those near misses in this previous game. In the game before that, in week 13, he was tackled inside the 5 at the end of a 33-yard catch. I mean, it's not a talent issue. Or I've seen some people say, it might be an injury or something with DK Metcalf. It's not. It's just Russ was playing poorly, and Russ has started to play a lot better lately.
So I thought it's kind of a sneaky big injury this week was Manny Sanders going down with a knee injury. And so Gabe Davis comes on, runs 52 routes on 65 Josh Allen dropbacks. I mean, on the season, Gabe Davis has 16% targets per route run. That's pretty good for like a secondary guy. And he's been featured in the red zone a bunch too. I know there's like the tape grinders hate Gabe Davis, but when you're playing with Josh Allen, they throw so much. I think Gabe Davis is very viable, and I'd be looking to add him in case Manny is out for a while.
They need to play Gabe Davis more.
Yeah.
Last 5 games, 18 yards per reception, 11.5 yards per target. He's been hyper efficient. He's good. We knew he was good last year. It's kind of strange that they have used him as their number 4 receiver, like their locked in number 4 receiver. He's going to move up the pecking order. Emmanuel Sanders sounds like he's week to week, which usually means you're going to miss 1 to 2 weeks at least. But yeah, the 3 receiver set becomes Steph Diggs, Cole Beasley, Gabriel Davis.
His Renfrow thing, man. I did a thing on Renfrow a couple weeks ago on the solo pod. I mean, the 3 best players in the NFL right now are Hunter Renfrow, Cooper Kupp, and Leonard Fournette. I mean, it's like it's a tough scene, man. I mean, Hunter Renfrow now has a 26% target share in games without Darren Waller this season. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, Renfrow. I mean, and it's not going to stop. Like it's not going to stop. And then they have who do they have? Oh, the Browns coming up. Yeah, and the Browns just lost their slot corner, so it's going to be the Renfrow or no. They're at the Browns. Yes, on Saturday. Yes,
correct.
So it's not going to stop. But the Raiders, as an offense, as an entity, they scored 16 points or fewer in 5 of their last 6. I mean, they're off. Derek Carr hasn't been good. You remember he kind of teased us early in the season, just was unable to. I know that their offensive line isn't very good. Darren Waller has been out. Darren Waller didn't seem close last week. I mean, he didn't practice at all or anything. Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, it's going to continue to be the Renfrow show.
And we've been talking about Josh Palmer for a long time. And so I was glad when he finally got his chance that he capitalized on it. I mean, in a big way. I thought Josh Palmer looked really good. And he was the one who got the role change, not Jalen Guyton, which is kind of what we expected. I mean, Josh Palmer's only 22. Justin Herbert's 23. Big Mike Williams is an unrestricted free agent. Like, I love having Josh Palmer as a dynasty asset.
What they did, they just kept Mike Williams in his normal role. They kept Jalen Guyton in his normal role. Yeah. And they put Josh Palmer in there for Keenan Allen. And he played real well. And I thought that they were going to move more to Mike Williams, and they really didn't. Jalen Guyton wound up catching a long TD. And that, got him there from a fantasy standpoint. Only had 3 targets. Josh Palmer led the team in targets. That's good. I mean, he was more of a big play guy in college. And now we see him being able to play multiple roles. Mm-hmm. You're right. He's a really nice dynasty asset right now. Keenan Allen nearing 30, Mike Williams in a contract year. Yeah, you're absolutely right. He's an awesome dynasty asset.